Welcome to K&D's Homestead. I'm Donna. Today I'm going to do some work on my fireplace. It's something that has never been done to this particular fireplace. It's actually a wood stove. Let's see if I can get it tilted. It's a wood stove insert, and fire bricks need to be replaced. The stove is 38 years old. It was put in when the house was built in '86. And the stove came with the bricks in the bottom, but not the sides. Not all stoves have the bricks. That's something that you can add to later. It's recommended to do bricks on the sides, the back, and the bottom. It also has a blanket, fire retardant blanket on the bottom under the bricks. Today I'm just going to do the bottom bricks and return it like it was when it was first built. And in the near future, I'm going to do the side walls and the back wall, but I only ordered the box of bricks to fit the bottom for this go round. It's a budget thing. It's not super cheap, it's not super expensive, but between the bricks and the blanket, there was a little bit of investment. And I'm going to put just the bottom in today so that we can get a fire going. The bricks are refractory bricks, and they help hold the heat into the fireplace because the steel will actually lose heat and a lot of the heat will go up the chimney, but the bricks will hold the heat in even for a good while after the fire is out and project the heat out into the room. But for people who have a wood stove and it's all metal inside, just know if you put refractory fireproof bricks in that stove, you're going to get a lot more heat, more efficient burn, and probably extend the life of that wood stove, because the walls will warp if you are burning a fire just in the metal box. Even though it might be steel, it will expand and contract, and over time that can warp those walls, and somewhere down the line can even cause cracks and splits. It does a lot to put the bricks in. The wall in the back is straight, but there are some tapered side walls. My husband is going to have to do some measuring and cut some of the bricks to get them to do that taper. These are the bricks. They're very smooth, very flat. They are 1 1/4 thick, I think 9 1/2 long, and 4 1/2 wide. And that is a standard. The box came with 12, and we calculated that we need 10 to do the job for the bottom of the wood stove. They lay together like that, and if they're in there nice and tight, that seam right there will be pretty tight. Here's the blanket. We'll have to cut this to size. And the blanket is also 1 1/4 inches thick. So this blanket will go on the very bottom, on top of the steel, and then the bricks will go on top of the blanket. It's all, it's insulation basically, but it's said to be fireproof. I don't know that anything is actually fireproof, but that's how it's sold. It's actually a ceramic fiber insulation blanket, high temperature. This blanket withstands continuous heat up to 2600 degrees, and it can be cut to size just with a pair of scissors. So the first thing that I have to do is get the bricks and the blanket out. So I'll be back after I get this thing cleaned out. Here's a view of the inside And you can see where I've cleaned out part of the bricks here, and this is the bricks that's left, plus the blanket, which is sandwiched now over the 38 years that it's been in there. That's the part I've got to clean out, and I'm going to scrub the door and the walls in there as well. I now have the back of the wood stove cleaned out. I'm going to do one final vacuuming back there. And right here are the cut bricks. I was not able to do this particular job. My husband did. And he cut the bricks according to the shape right here. See, it's not a straight square box in the back. So he has the bricks cut, and I have laid them out on top of this fire fabric, and I traced it. So now I'm going to cut that fabric, but I got to make sure I put these back in the correct order. I'm going to cut the fabric with just a razor knife. I put on some rubber gloves so that I'll be able to handle that fiberglass. So the bricks are in there. That was not a hard job. It was just a little time consuming because of trying to squeeze them in extremely tight. I did crack one in the middle, but I think it'll be all right because, I mean, it still fit together good, and it's nothing more than a seam like the seams where the other bricks are at. It's not a difficult job for an average person. The only complications for me was squatting on my knees to get down there, but somebody that does not have any physical disabilities can do this themselves. It's not terribly expensive, and it's not hard. Altogether, from beginning to end, and waiting on my husband to make a few cuts for me, probably 2 hours worth of time, and that includes cleaning the wood box. This is ready to put a fire in after I get my door cleaned, and I'll show you when it's all finished up. Time to put a fire in this box. This is my first fire of the season, and I'm happy to have it because of all the cold temperatures we have. I'll close that door after it gets going really good. We're going to get down to 25 tonight, so I'm going to enjoy this. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it was helpful. If you're somebody that needs to replace your bricks in your fireplace, just know that it's not terribly expensive and it's not terribly complicated either. So I'll see y'all on the next video. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.